I have a nice little mixed ability session for you today, so everyone can join in, no excuses. It's a nice full body session, so let's just dive right in. We're going to start seated, obviously, so we're just going to find ourselves nice and comfortable on our mats in any seated position. They can be cross-legged or you can extend your legs, whatever's comfortable for you. And we're just going to close down the eyes and we're going to relax. I'm going to start switching on to that breath as always, so just relax those abdominal muscles. And then we're going to start breathing nice and deep in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let those breaths just relax your body, calm your mind. And then as we're breathing here, we're just going to start with some neck rolls. You can keep your eyes closed if you want to. We're just going to drop one ear to the shoulder, staying with those nice deep breaths, and then we're going to roll through to the other side. Just a little semicircle, nice and slow. Just one more each side in your own time. And then when we finished our last one, just bringing that head back into center. Lovely, and just blinking those eyes open. Staying with those nice breaths. We're going to start with a little side bend flow, so we're just going to bring one hand down to the mat. Nice big breath in here. And then on the exhale, we're just going to sweep forward, stretching through the back, round to the other side, opening that chest at the other side. Big breath here. And then again. Again, just moving in your own time with your own breath. One more each side. And then back into center. And then we're going to swing around onto our hands and knees to just finish off with our cat-cow. So nice spread of the fingertips here, starting with a nice neutral spine. We take a breath in. Dip the back, lift the tailbone and look forward. And then exhale. Draw that belly button up towards the spine, pushing into the floor with the hands. Nice exaggerated movement through that spine. Giving each little vertebrae a little wake up. And then one more. And coming back into neutral. We're going to kick it off today with our bird dog, since we're on our hands and knees. We'll start with just our basic version, and then we're going to come into a little variation. So it's all about stabilization for this one. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Slowly we're going to extend opposite arm to leg, pointing to the toes, pointing through to the fingertips, and then slowly down. So it's all about that control. If we feel that little wobble in the body, you know, you just need to tighten up that little bit more, move a little bit slower. Feel those deep core muscles, those stabilization muscles working to control that movement. Just a few more here before we add on. Remember, when we do add on, you can always just stay here if you want to. If this is enough for you today and you just want to practice this one, fine. Let's go one more each way. Keep drawing that belly button up towards the spine. And then back. So stay there if you want to. Otherwise, what we're going to do, extend away. I'm going to stay on one side. We're just going to slowly drop hand and foot down. Bring it back up. Elbow to knee. And extend. And then again. Keep that spine nice and neutral as we move here. And then as we crunch in, arch up a little bit, drawing that belly button towards the spine, just like we did in the cat-cow. Nice and slow. Good job, guys. 3 more here. Try not to rush. Keep pushing into the floor with that other hand. 1 more. Keep it smooth. Extend away. And coming back down. Nice. Give yourself a little wiggle off, maybe a little shake. That supporting arm might got a little bit fatigued there. And then we'll switch on to the other side. So finding that nice neutral posture to begin. Draw the belly button in. Take a breath. Exhale. Extend. And then we drop it down. We lift back up. Elbow to knee, nice and smooth. We move slowly to help us with that control, remember. Nice. Still pointing right to the fingertips, right to the toes. We've got 3 more. Drawing that belly button in. Last 2. One more. Extend away. And bring it back down. And again, just give yourself a little shake off. While we're here, we're going to stay on our hands and knees for 1 more. Just to warm up into the hip a little bit here, we're going to do some work on the lower body. So we're just going to warm up into the hip and start just switching on to that glute muscle here. So, for this one, we're going to stay on one side again. We're going to extend one leg away, both hands on the floor this time. And all we're going to do, stabilization muscles again. Draw the belly button in. We're going to swing that leg around. Drawing a little semicircle on the floor and then swinging it back. Making sure that we're not crunching in that body to try and get that leg around further. That body's staying nice and still. It's all just about strength and mobility in that hip. And back around. Each time just seeing if you've got a little extra. Remember, if you do feel any movement in that body, you've come too far. 3 more. Last 2. And last one. Ease it around as far as you can. Nice. Switching on to the other side, I'm going to scoot around because I don't have any space the other way. So same again, stabilization. Extend that leg away, draw the belly button in, take a breath. Exhale, swing that leg around. Remember, we're warming it up, so don't worry about how far it gets around, especially in those first few. Just make sure you're nice and strong in that core, nice and stable. 3 more. Last 2. Keeping tight, keeping strong. And then 1 more. Nice, guys. Take a quick stretch off in child's pose, particularly those arms, because we're going to do a little bit of upper body work now. Since we're primarily focusing on the lower body, today I thought I'd just sprinkle in a little upper body one before we crack on with that. So, push-ups, everyone's favourite. I'm going to do some scapular push-ups first of all to warm up and switch on to those back muscles. So we're going to come into our push-up position. Feel free to come into full push-up position if you want to. I'm not going to. So we're going to take our hands slightly further forward. And we're just going to bring our body weight over the top there. So we don't want to be in this box position, remember, because it's not really doing much at all. We want to be slightly further forward here. So we're going to draw the core in and be nice and strong. So scapular push-ups. So we're going to keep these arms extended. I'm just going to drop the body, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then we're going to push back up, swinging them apart. So your shoulder blades, they move like this. They swing together and they swing apart. So as we're lowering down, we're swinging them together and then swinging them apart. Yeah? Keep that core tight. Swing them together. Swing them apart. Just move nice and slow. Just feel the difference there. You might just feel that you're switching on to a few little muscles that you don't normally get when you're doing your push-ups. It's just slightly different. 4 more. Last 2. Keep that core tight. Nice, and just take a stretch off. We're going to do 1 more on the upper body, staying with those push-ups. Just take a stretch, whatever feels good. You might want to just shake them out a little bit. We're going to come into our push-ups and we're going to slowly lower it down to our bottom area. Yeah, so that will be different for all of us. If you can't quite get all the way down to the bottom, that's fine, because what I don't want to see, I don't want to see you doing this one from the bottom. Yeah, that's snaky. It's not a, no, not doing that. So, if that means that all you get to is like here, and then back up, that's fine. Because then bit by bit, we'll build it down and we'll build down, and we'll get a little bit lower each time. Yeah? Strong and stable, working on that good technique. So, back in your push-up position, elbows tucked in. Try and keep those elbows tucked in. Try and use those back muscles that we've just switched onto, and then strong in the core. We're going to slowly lower it down. Find that little bottom phase. You don't have to come all the way down to the bottom. And then push it up. So we don't want to bottom out at the bottom really. We want to stay strong for this one. So just find that little position that you can hold where you feel that fire and then push it back up. Here we go. Slowly down. Down. Feel free to rest in between if you need to. And up. A little bit faster up, yeah? 4 more. Last 2, you got it. Last 1. Elbows tucked in, core tight. And then rest off. Woo! That one did it. Nice. Take a little stretch off. That's enough of those arms, I think. Let's come back to that lower body that we warmed up earlier on. We're going to start with our clam. So we're going to come into our sideline position. Nice and comfy here. You can just prop your head up on your handle. You can rest it all the way down if you want to. So, knees bent in front, feet together. Remember, nice and strong and stable in the hip as well as the core. So this upper body isn't moving at all. And then all we're going to do, keep those feet together, slowly lifting in the hips. So we started warming up all these nice little juicy bits around the hip before. Now we're thinking about just switching on to that glute that little bit more. So as we warm up into this one, just think about squeezing that bum, lifting that leg a little bit higher. Making sure that we're not rocking, yeah? Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Focus on that glute. 4 more. Nice and slow. Slowly up, slowly down. 3. Last 2. And then 1 more. And this time when we're there, we're going to hold it there. Hold it up there. Squeeze the bum. Keep lifting. Lift, lift, lift. Hold, hold, hold. Feel the burn. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly, slowly down. Ooh, that switched it on, yeah? Straight into our next one here, which is our leg swings, this time in our sideline position. So same principle as before, just different. So really strong in the core this time. Point the toes, swing that leg forward. No movement here, remember, so we're not crunching in to try to get that leg to swing further. Flex the foot and swing it back. Again, it's all just about that mobility and that strength in the hip. Draw the belly button in, strong in the core to support it. If we're too soft in the core, we are just going to crunch in there, yeah? Nice and slow, swinging through. See how far we can come now that we're warmed up a little bit more. 4 more here. Last 2. Stay strong. Keep drawing that belly button in. Switch onto the pelvic floor. Last one. Let's see how far we can get it. Big swing. And then all the way back. Nice. Tap it out. We've had some toughies there, so let's do a little nice one, eh? Just do a little stretcher-rooney. So we're just going to come, well, we're going to stay here. Keep those knees bent in front. Hands are going to come behind the head as if we're going to do like a little crunch or whatever. Elbows together, take a big breath in. And then on your exhale, we're just going to ease that arm back. Ooh, yeah. Come into a little stretch, a little twist, and then back through. Just a couple of times, just a nice little stretch through the back. Three more. Oh, this is one of my all-time faves. So nice. And then one more. It always makes me yawn though. It's like when you wake up first thing in the morning. Ooh. Beautiful. And then come back through. And then I'm going to do all that on the other side. So I'm just going to swing myself around. And then coming into my side lying position for my climb. Feet together. Getting ready to lift in that knee. So remember, nice and strong here. Draw the belly button in before we move. And then lift. I should say as well, we're a bit active in these shoulders as well. We're not kind of just chilling out and hanging out here. Switching on a little bit, so we're active in that full body. And remember, everybody's different, so don't worry about how high you get that leg. As long as you feel it, and as long as you start to feel that glute activation there, that's all I care about. Nice and steady. 4 more. Two more. Lifting a little bit higher now, maybe. Keep that core switched on. And last one. Guess what? Hold it there. Hold and lift. Squeeze the bum. Squeeze. Grit those teeth. Might even get a little shake on if you're lucky. Here we go. Holding for 5. Keep drawing in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly down. Beautiful. Give it a little tap. And in. Bottom leg bent in front. Switch onto the core that a little bit more. Swing that leg forward. Flex the foot. Swing it back. Remember, super important to stay nice and strong in that upper body, in that core. Not to crunch in. It's all about that leg. Nice, guys. 4 more here. See if we can swing a little further. Keep drawing that belly button in. Stay strong, especially as we start to ease it a little bit further forward. Start to challenge it a bit. Last 2. And 1 more. Swing and back. Beautiful. All the way down. Little tap. Let's go for that stretch again. Hands behind the head. Big breath in. Exhale. Rotate and stretch through. Nice, guys. 3 more. Try and ease that arm down a little bit more if you can. Increase that mobility in the spine. 2 more. And last one. Lovely. And then when you're done, we're going to come all the way onto the front. I'm going to scooch right back for this one because I need a bit of space. If I've got enough space, that might work. So we're going to come into our dart. We're going to just again start with our basic one, then we're going to add on just a little bit. So we're going to start with our arms by the side. So this one's working on those back muscles, again like we did in the push-ups. So big breath in, draw the belly button in. Super important to use the core here as well, because we want to protect that lower back as we lift. We don't want to feel any tension there. We want to feel the muscles activate, but not tension. Yeah, not like tight. So big breath in. Exhale, shoulder blades come back and down. And we just lift that chest, those shoulders off the mat. Reach for the toes and down. Now look at my position here. I'm long in the neck, looking down towards the mat, and I've got a little tuck of my chin. I'm not doing this one. Yeah, that's just going to cause loads of tension in the neck, and we don't want that. And then we come slowly down. So you should feel that they're activating. So you need that core, yeah. Big breath in. Shoulder blades back and down. Lift. Get a good look at that mat. Don't be looking at me, just carry on. Try not to let any tension creep into that neck. Two more like this. Let's see if we can lift just a touch further. One more. Again, don't worry about your range of motion too much. Everybody's different. And all the way back down. So we're going to stay with the same movement, but we're going to add in a little sweep of the arms. So this time we're going to start with the arms extended. We're going to lift up and then sweep the arms round and then back down. And what you might find is as we have that big sweep of the arms, it just helps you activate those back muscles a little bit more so you can lift a little bit higher. Yes, we're just switching onto those that back a little bit more. If this is a bit much, just stay with that basic version, and if it feels better, just bring those arms down and practice this one and just stay from there with that little extra support. Yeah, whatever's best for you. So taking a big breath. Exhale, draw the belly button in, sweeping up. Slowly back down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And back down. 4 more, guys. I'm very conscious of just hitting all my stuff. Draw that belly button in, remember, switch onto the pelvic floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift, reach for the toes. Hope you're still looking down towards that mat. 2 more. And then get ready for that last one. Let's make it a good one. Big breath in. Exhale. And then back down. And relax. One more while we're here. I'm going to scooch forward again because I need space the other way now. Coming onto the lower body. So the upper body can just relax now. We're just going to start with some little leg raises. Switching onto the glutes again. So we're just going to rest the head down onto the mat. Again, using the core to support, to protect that lower back. Now before we even move, here, draw the belly button in, squeeze the bum. Yeah? Your hamstrings are going to want to do all the work here. We want them to do some of the work, but not all of it. We want to use the glutes, which is why we squeeze the bum first. So squeeze the bum, and then lift. So it's like you're telling your legs that that's where you want to move from, yeah? So really focus on that glute muscle. And then you can relax and reset in between. Pointing the toes, long in the leg. Lift. Slowly and controlled down, yeah? 2 more each way, and then we're going to change it up. Last one. So we're going to go for a double here, and what we're going to do, I'll show you first. Draw the belly button in, stay with the singles. If this is a bit much, stay with the singles, yeah, because it can be a little bit too much sometimes, this one. Take a big breath in, draw the belly button in, squeeze the bum, lift both legs, open, back together, and down. Lift, open, and down. Now I know it's really hard, but I want you to try and relax that upper body. 4 more. Nice, guys. My hip bones are digging right into this floor and it's very uncomfortable, but I'm going to persevere. Last one. That was very painful. Mental note, next time, softer floor. Anyway, let's roll onto our backs. Oh, I have little bruises on there. Hold those knees in, let it rock from side to side. Ease that back off. Maybe just circle the hips around, whatever feels good. And then we're going to come into our bridge before we finish up with some ab work. So, bringing those feet slightly closer to the hips. So you should just be able to touch the back of the heels with the hands here. Feet, knees and hips all in line. So, we start this move with a little tilt of the pelvis. We tilt the pelvis underneath here, squeeze the bum, again, bum, abs. You should feel your whole spine now imprint down on that mat, so you should be in contact with the mat, with that whole spine. From there, we're going to start peeling off from the tailbone. So we squeeze the bum, we peel off one vertebrae at a time. Squeeze the bum, drop that belly button towards the spine, keep squeezing, keep lifting, till we're at that top range, and then on the way down we do the same but opposite. So we start imprinting down from the top. So you'll feel that you need to keep that little tilt of that pelvis still, otherwise you end up coming down with a flat back. So you want to keep it tilted, keep that bum squeezing until we get to the bottom. Again, you should feel that whole spine, you've still got that tilt, and then you come back to neutral. And then we start again. One more thing to note, try not to let those knees roll in or out, yeah? So just moving in your own time for this one. Take a breath in, exhale, tilt it under, drop that belly button towards the spine, and then just start slowly peeling off the mat. One vertebrae at a time. Big squeeze at the top, and then slowly down. Just really focus on that spine. Let the abs and the glutes do the work. Just making sure that we're moving smoothly, safely, and tastily through that spine. We're going to do 3 more. Breath in. Enjoy that movement, a little massage through the spine. Keep squeezing those glutes. Don't worry too much about how high that bridge is today. Just think about that technique, that good movement. And then getting ready for our last one. All the way back down. And then come back to neutral. Nice work. Hook those knees in again. A little rock from side to side, just stretch that back off. I'm going to do our ab work now just to finish off. So whenever you're ready, we're going to stay with our knees bent. We're going to come into tabletop for our toe tap. So we're just going to maintain this 90-degree angle in the knee. We're going to drop that belly button towards the spine again. And we're going to drop one foot down and then back up. Now notice here that I'm not doing this one. I'm not just dropping my feet down. That knee's moving away from the body. Away from the body and then back. And that way you should just feel that nice connection to those lower abdominals. Again, just moving slowly. Finding those deep core muscles that we used for that stabilization in the beginning. Nice, guys. Stay with me here. We're nearly done. Two more each side. Last one each way, then we're going to switch it up. We're going to take this up a notch into our single leg stretch. So from here, we're going to curl off the mat. And so I'll curl up, we're going to use these arms. I'm going to draw one knee in, and then I'm going to switch. So extending that other leg. I'm using my arms to help, but I'm not pulling that knee in. It's just a gentle pressure. I'm still moving from the abs. Again, you should just feel those lower abdominals kick in as that leg extends away. Keep drawing that belly button in towards the spine. I'm going to do one more each way, and then if you're feeling brave, we're going to take the arms away. No pressure. If you don't want to, that's fine. But if you do, arms away. So we're just working with the legs. Draw that belly button in towards the spine. Work from the abs. Try to reduce that pressure in the neck by working from the abs. You got it. 3 more each way. Use those arms again at any point if you need to. We're going to dive right into our next one. We're just going to truck on through here. We're going to stay in this position. We're going to drop that leg down. Notice how I'm just resting my heel down. I'm not relaxing down. I'm still switched on. Just resting that heel down. Keep that knee bent in. Little oblique crunch here. That bottom leg is still active. I'm crunching up with a little twist, trying to twitch that knee with that elbow. Stay with it. 4 more on this side. Move from the abs. 3, 2, and 1. Stay with me, guys. We're going to come straight onto the other side. You got it. You can do it. Promise you can. Just breathe through it. twisting around as far as we can. Still trying to keep that bottom leg active. 4 more here. Last 2, guys. Stay with it, come on. 1 more. And down. Woo! Hug those knees in. Guys, we've got 1 last exercise to do. Have a little rest off before we do it. We're going to go for some leg raises. And again, we're going to just focus on technique a little bit, so we're going to slow it down. Slowing it down does make it harder, but if you need to, you can reduce that range of motion. Yeah, so what it's going to look like is this. We're going to add in some little pauses. So you can just tuck those hands underneath the hips if you want as well, just to act as a little brace. Extend both legs up towards the sky, drop that belly button towards the spine. And then we're going to lower down, and we're going to pause. And I want you just to make sure that you're switching onto those deep core muscles here. And then again, lower down, pause. And then once more. And then back up. And what I want you to make sure with on that bottom one is that that lower back isn't lifting. Yeah? So that's why I'm saying don't worry about how far they come down. If you're getting all the way down to the floor but your back's like arching up here, that's not what we want. I want you just to take it down as far as you can until that back lifts. If it lifts, you've come too far. Yeah? Give it a whirl. Big breath in. I know they're fried, guys. We'll just do a couple. What's happening in the core? Deep core muscles, yeah? Down. And again, lower back. I stopped myself there because I could feel it starting to lift. So I stopped where I was. The more we can activate those deep core muscles as well and drop that belly button down, the less that back should lift. Three more, guys. Take a little rest in between if you need to. I've got a little shake on now. 2 more. And last one. Come on, guys. You can do it. We'll stretch after this. Big breath. Draw that belly button in. All the way back up. And relax. You made it. Yay! Let's have a little stretch. We're going to come straight into our glute stretch. Just going to put one foot onto the opposite knee. And then you can grab a hold of the back of the thigh or the front of the shin. Whatever you can manage. And then we're just going to draw those legs nice and close to the body. And we're going to relax again. Take some deep breaths. Try and just calm your body down again. Relaxing into each of these stretches. And then slowly coming out of that one, coming on to the other side. again, just nice big breaths. Just have a chance to relax into it. And then slow it down. And then we're just going to ease ourselves up to seated. Coming into a little hamstring stretch here, so just extend those legs away. And then we're just going to reach forward, reaching for the feet. Nice and long on the leg. Try not to bend the knee, remember. Again, don't worry about how far you come down. This is your journey. As long as you feel it. And then slowly just roll it back up. Little wiggle off here. Little rotation stretch. So 2 variations here. First one, either bring that knee bent in front or the leg over the top. Otherwise, we're going to extend that bottom leg away if that's a bit uncomfortable for you. And then opposite arm to leg, comes round, hugs that knee in, opposite arm to leg, and then other arm comes around, we twist. Sitting nice and tall, twisting around as far as we can. And then back through to center. And then onto the other side. A little leg up and over. Remember, extend this bottom leg if you need to. Opposite arm to leg. I'm just emphasizing that because I know people struggle with this one. Wrapping yourself up like a little pretzel. Sitting nice and tall, remember. Through, and I'm going to treat you all to my new favourite one. So this one we're going to bring one foot to the inside of the thigh here. 2 parts to this. First one, opposite hand to knee, and we're just going to rotate. So we're going to rotate just like we just did to begin with, as far as we can. Rotate around. This other arm we're going to take up and over into our side bend. So it's like a rotated side bend here. And you should just feel a nice stretch down that side, down that back. Try and open that chest up as much as you can. Reaching behind. Keep trying to rotate. It's a bit of an awkward one, I do know that. But the more you do it, the better it gets. And if you do get a tight back or anything like that, this is a super good one. Deep breaths. Back up to center, just nice and slow. Oh, how good is that? And then coming on to the other side. I've done all the good ones today. And then opposite hand to knee, rotating around, and then reaching up and over, trying to stay as open as you can, remember. Nice and slow. Oh, lovely. Coming into a nice comfortable seated position to finish off with some nice big deep breaths in. So we're going to bring our hands into prayer pose. We're going to breathe in and stretch up. And then exhale. All the way back down. And again. One more. Big deep breath. Big smile. And a big exhale. And give yourself a clap. Well done. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope I see you for the next one. As always, any comments, queries, questions, requests, just drop me a message. I'm happy to help, and I'll see you soon.